game number 3 right now. The the Oakwood Lady Comets and the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils. As we get set, the starting lineups yet to be announced. And once again, they go Bismarck and then the Oakwood Lady Comets. And actually, we're going to start with the Comets, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Head coach by Jeff Ford for the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils, the home team under head coach Mike Stevens. Sadie Edwards will start for the Lady Comets. Once again, the Westville Prep Band for the Blue Devils under head coach Mike Stevens.
Assisted by Joe Foster, Hannah Ole, and Dustin Dees.
First guard for the Blue Devils.
Number 32.
Number 32, Brooke Walsh.
Starting at guard for the Comets.
Now back to the Comets. Number 31, Kylie Harden.
Starting at guard
back
for
to the Blue Devils.
A 5'8" junior. Number 2,
Lindsay Andrews.
At forward for the
Comets.
A senior.
It's going to be
15,
number 15, Delaney Durst.
Starting at guard for the Blue Devils.
Back for the Blue Devils.
Junior. Number 5,
Ella Nelson. Bismarck-Henning, one of the taller teams in this tournament, Ken.
Yeah, very much so.
Number 22,
Ellie Pupil. And she was the 6th man coming into this tournament, but now in the starting lineup for the Lady Comets.
Number 10,
now Abby Good for the Blue Devils will start. And finally for the Lady Comets, it's going to be number 30, Brenna Durst.
Number 30, Brenna Durst.
And I would assume the last starter for the Blue Devils will be Stephanie Bott.
Blue Devils, a 5'9" junior, number 13,
Stephanie Bott. So for the Oakwood Lady Comets, the visitors on the scoreboard, it's Delaney Durst, Sadie Edwards, Ellie Hukel, Brenna Durst, Kylie Harden. For the Lady Blue Devils, Lindsay Andrews, Ella Nelson, Abby Good, Stephanie Bott, Brooke Walsh. The starting lineup, the Oakwood Comets in their visiting purple uniforms. Comets written across the front of the chest in white. Numbers on the front and back in white as well, trimmed in white down the shorts. For the Lady Blue Devils in the home white uniforms, Devils written across the front of the chest in blue. Numbers on the front and back in blue, outlined in gray with the blue trim running down the side of the shorts. The Blue Devils will begin this one moving left to right. The Oakwood Lady Comets right to left. The State Farm agent Jenniworth jump ball on the way. As we get set, it will be Walsh for the Blue Devils. She will go against the Oakwood Lady Comets. I believe this is Harden in the middle, and the tap goes to the Blue Devils. This is Andrews, back to Walsh. Walsh, top of the key to Nelson. Winner goes to the championship game to take on the Salt Fork Storm. Now Walsh skip pass. Now inside to Andrews, and it's thrown away by the Blue Devils. Comet basketball.
Yeah, kind of an unforced error there. They just little pre-game jitters maybe, or early game jitters.
So now the Oakwood Lady Comets on offense. Blue Devils playing some man-to-man. They go inside for Hukel. Ball on the floor. It's a tie-up. It will stay with the Comets, so they escape the turnover for now. State Farm agent Jenniworth bringing you your jump balls. Your local State Farm agent, licensed in Illinois and Indiana. Jenna's office is on North Logan Street in Danville. Call 442-4698 to talk to Jenna. Hukel off of the inbound, gets it to Edwards. Edwards off the ball screen now in the corner for Delaney Durst. Three-pointer up and no good. The Dunright Furniture three off the mark, and it will go to Bott and the Blue Devils. Now Walsh up the floor. Brooke Walsh, stop and pop, pulls it up, and now a bounce pass to Nelson. Back to Bott in the corner, back to Walsh, top of the key, left to right. She drives inside now to Andrews. Andrews in the corner will drive baseline on Hukel. Skip pass back to Nelson. Nelson down low for Bott. Bott has her shot blocked and pulled down by the Lady Comets. We are still knotted up at 0 apiece. 1 minute and 5 seconds into this one. A good game so far.
Yeah, very aggressive defense on both sides, and they're just kind of feeling things around.
Edwards with the basketball. Now across court to Harden. Now to Hukel. Back to Delaney Durst, to Brenna Durst. Durst will drive inside, now to Harden. Back to Brenna Durst, to Sadie Edwards. Edwards driving inside, dumps it off on the baseline. Durst down low, and it's stolen and ripped away by the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils. Oakwood's first turnover. Back the other way, Walsh crossover now to Nelson. Nelson in the corner for Andrews. Andrews skip pass to Bott. Bott to Nelson, and a travel will turn it over for the Blue Devils.
I think maybe a little early game jitters on both sides for that matter, but 2 unforced errors there so far for Bismarck-Henning.
Edwards up the middle of the floor across the 10-second line. The bounce pass to Brenna Durst. Durst picks up her dribble on the far side. Now to Delaney Durst. Durst, top of the key, left to right. She drives inside, down low for Durst. Now to Huckel. Huckel will drive now to the baseline. Back to Durst, back to Huckel, left to right. Now to Edwards. Edwards back to the top of the key for Huckel. Huckel driving inside. Now to Brenna Durst for Harden in the corner. Back to Durst. Good defense by the Blue Devils. Oakwood staying patient on offense. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tied at zeros. And a turnover on the Comets. Back the other way for the Blue Devils. Walsh across the 10-second line. Will now bounce pass it to Nelson. To Bott. Far side. Bott with it back to Ella Nelson. Nelson to Andrews. Andrews will drive baseline against Huckel. Picks up her dribble. Back out to Nelson. Free throw line extended. No good. And Good tries to save it for the Blue Devils. It's out of bounds. It will stay. Or excuse me, it will go to the Oakwood Comets.
Yeah, very good aggressive defense on both sides. They're really going after it. Not much inside at all, but they're packing it in there and they're trying to get the ball in, but it's just not working out very well.
Now Edwards will throw it over the head of her teammate, out of bounds, an unforced error, and it's a turnover for the Comets. 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter, tied up at zeros. Started out to be a good game, but about 4 turnovers in a row. Walsh across the 10-second line up the right side of the floor. Bounce pass to Andrews. Andrews drives in, back to Nelson. Nelson to Bott. Right to left, Bott. Fakes the 3, fakes it again, and now to Andrews. Andrews looking inside. Nothing there, back to Nelson. At the elbow, shot up and no good. Pulled down by Walsh, and now to Andrews. Andrews puts it in for 2 points.
And we got a score.
2-0, Bismarck on top of Oakwood. You're right. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. On the time and scoreboard, brought to you by Tilton Pro Lube. And now down low, this is Brenna Durst. Back to Harden. Harden sporting the headband for this Oakwood Comet team, along with Edwards, her teammate, who has it at the top of the key. Edwards to Delaney Durst. Far side now gives it to a cutting Brenna Durst. The turnaround jumper up and good for 2, and she will go to the free throw line to try and convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
Nicely done.
Walsh, her first, team first.
Fouls on Walsh. Eyes it, flies it, and buys it for the three-point play from the Floral and Flair charity stripe. Walsh with the basketball for the Blue Devils up the right side of the floor to Andrews. Andrews now skip pass to Bott. Bott now dumps it down low for Walsh. Nothing there, but Andrews comes away with it. Andrews will drive baseline on Huckel. Now down low for Good. It's out of bounds, and last touch by Edwards and the Comets. It will stay Blue Devil basketball underneath their own basket.
Oakwood's playing like a matchup zone type of defense here, and it seems to have Oakwood a little confused.
So now Andrews off of the inbounds has it. Andrews has it stripped away, and it's stolen by Delaney Durst and the Comets.
Nice steal.
The third turnover. Each team with 3 County Market Bakery turnovers so far. Edwards has it in front of us. 3.5 left to go in this first quarter. Edwards driving in. She is fouled, but they will call it travel before. So now she gets an explanation from the ref.
Yeah, the referee. She had a little, just a question.
Nothing more than a question.
Nothing more than a question.
Bounce pass to Andrews. Back to Walsh, top of the key. Skip pass in the corner for Bott. Bott drives in. Now bounce pass to Nelson at the elbow. Nelson up for the shot, and she is fouled. She will go to the Floral and Flair free throw line for 2 shots. Foul is on number 2, Ellie Huckel.
Foul on Sadie Edwards.
Oh, they're actually calling on Edwards, excuse me.
First.
Nelson at the free throw line. It's up and no good.
At the line for the Blue Devils, Ella Nelson.
Second floral and flare free throw on the way. Nelson. Second one up and no good. She missed that one as well. Delaney Durst pulls it down for the Comets. Oakwood with the 3-2 lead. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Not a lot of people have suspected this.
Pulled her foot.
As Oakwood travels and turns it over. 5 turnovers now as Nelson gets it into Walsh. Under 3 to play. Walsh. Bounce pass to Bott, or excuse me, to Nelson. Now Nelson to Bott. Right to left. Right back to Nelson, back to Bott, back to Walsh in the corner, back to Bott. Good ball movement. Now it's up and no good. Huckel pulls it down for the Lady Comets.
She had a nice shot there, just couldn't quite get it to go down.
Edwards across the 10-second line. The bounce pass to Brenna Durst. Durst will drive. Right side picks it up now to Delaney. Durst thought about the 3, but good was right there. Now a blocking foul on the Lady Blue Devils. It's on Abby Good, her first, team second. Delaney Durst to trigger it in for the Comets. Durst looking, gets it into Edwards. Edwards will drive baseline. Now into the paint, and her shot is up and good for 2 points. Sadie Edwards for 2.
Nice job of driving to the hoop and getting the open shot.
Walsh, bounce pass to Andrews. Now Andrews back to Walsh. Walsh down low, forces one into good, and she is tied up. It's going to be a jump ball. It stays with the Blue Devils. Jump ball is brought to you by State Farm agent Jenna Worth. Your local State Farm agent licensed in Illinois and Indiana. Call Jenna today at 442-4698 or see her office on North Logan Street. Nelson gets it into Bott. A bounce pass back to Nelson. Right across court. Almost touched the 10-second line. Now to Andrews. Andrews will drive inside. Picks up her dribble. Back to Nelson. Now to Bott. Bott, that's her shot from 15. And it's up and no good. Huckel pulls it down.
One and done about every time down. You're not getting a lot of offensive rebounds and just a lot of really good defense.
Now Edwards' pass is deflected. Almost stolen away, but Brenna Durst keeps it alive. Now Edwards across the 10-second line to Huckel. Huckel on Nelson. Huckel picks it up in a timeout by Jeff Ford. It's a 30-second timeout, but let's take it here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. Oakwood on top early, 5-2. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
This is Keith Wilson from Wilson's Body Shop, and I know choosing the right body shop is almost as hard as choosing the right physician. You take your car in for an estimate, and almost all shops will have a different approach and price. So who do you trust? The answer is easy. Wilson's Body Shop. We've been doing quality repairs for over 30 years in the Danville area, and will continue to do so. So call us at 442-9372 or stop by at 809 South Street and let us get your car back on the road to good health.
You're a super fan who will tailgate anywhere. The pros? Check. College? Check. Your 8-year-old's Pee-wee game? Big time. And to prepare for this ritual, you head to Meijer for freshly prepared food and licensed team apparel. Proudly display allegiance to your favorite team with our licensed short and long sleeve tees, hoodies, hats, and jerseys. Plus, load up on fresh meats, snacks, and drinks. So don't just tailgate. Tail greater at Meijer.
Off of the inbound, it's a tie-up, and it will stay with the Oakwood Lady Comets, but they had some trouble getting it inbounds. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner, in the Jocko and Lee's famous recipe chicken and strips press box as Ellie Huckel comes to the bench. Coming in will be number 11, Shaylin Turner. Oakwood gets this one inbounds. Edwards will drive baseline, a tie-up, and a steal by Walsh and the Blue Devils. It's a turnover on the Comets. Up the floor, Walsh, bounce pass to Andrews. Andrews left to right, now dumps it to Walsh on the baseline. Shot up and no good. Nelson, Bott with the shot is up and no good, but she has fouled on the play, so she will go to the floral and flare free throw line for 2 shots.
The foul
Fouls
on
on
Sadie Edwards.
Sadie Edwards.
Team second.
Her second and team second. You heard the public address announcer. Bot at the free throw line. Her first Floral and Flair free throw is up and good for for one. One more coming as number 50, Joellen Weaver checks in. This one is up and no good. And it's going to be a tie-up, and it will go to the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils.
Sadie Edwards on that last foul down there, I think it's just a little frustration after she had the ball stolen on the other end and stuck her hand in there.
1 minute left to go in this first quarter. 5-3, Bismarck-Henning with the basketball. They trail the Oakwood Lady Comets. This is Nelson. Nelson to Andrews. Andrews drives inside, has it deflected. Bott keeps it alive. Now to Nelson, now to Walsh. Now skip pass back to Bott on the baseline. It's up and no good. Pulled down by Delaney Durst. And the Lady Comets across the 10-second line. Shaylin Turner with it. Turner, spin move. Now to Delaney Durst. Durst, down low to Brenna Durst. Reverse layup up and good for 2 points.
It was very nicely done. She passed the ball, cut underneath, and was able to use the basket as a shield to put up the layup.
7-3. Not a lot of people expected this, but right now the Blue Devils with the last shot. 8 to shoot. They trail by 4. 7-3. Walsh on the drive. Now Bott from the baseline. It's up and no good. And it's pulled down by Harden as the ball rolls out of bounds. It's the end of the first quarter, and we will take a timeout. The Oakwood Lady Comets 7. The Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils 3 after quarter number 1 here on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Looking for health insurance? Not sure where to start? Start with Perry Janes. Perry Janes will find a Health Alliance plan that fits your budget.
I'm Perry Janes. Let me help you find the individual or group Health Alliance coverage you need. Call me today at 442-5151. That's 442-5151. Better yet, stop by my office at 17 East Liberty Lane, Danville.
Let Perry Janes get you started with a Health Alliance plan today. It's always bigger and better during Courtesy's 2015 New Year's Kickoff event. Every single car, truck, van, and SUV will be price slashed to start the new year off with a bang. They're moving them out at Courtesy and passing on factory rebates and discounts up to $12,000 off MSRP on select new models. There's no better way to start the new year than 0% financing for 72 months with as little as $99 down. Get a jump on the new year. Roll into Courtesy and roll out with the best new car deal in town. Courtesy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 231 West Main Street in Danville.
Maybe it was that.
Back at the David S. Palmer Arena for the 2015 Boys and Girls Vermilion County Tournament here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. 7-3. The Oakwood Lady Comets over the Lady Blue Devils in Ken. Like I mentioned, not a lot of people expected this early from the Blue Devils as they only scored 3 points in that first quarter. The shot up and no good, missed by Harden. Blue Devils come away with it though, but they trail by 4.
Yeah, they were. The Comets have really played a good game so far. Really active in their zone matchup zone and doing a great job.
Andrews misses a shot. It's pulled down by Good, and the Blue Devils, they keep it alive. Oakwood doing a good job with that zone as well, and like you talked about, the one and done on the defensive rebounds. Nelson misses. Good gets a second opportunity, though, but they cash in right there. So not a good job boxing out by the Comets on that one.
Yeah, they've been doing a much better job of blocking everybody out. But, ooh.
Now a turnover by the Lady Blue Devils. You saw it as Brenna Durst travels. As Ellie Hukel comes back in for the Lady Comets. She replaces Joellen Weaver. 7-5 as we resume action here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. Ella Nelson and the Blue Devils have the basketball. They trail by 2 now. They just got the bucket by Good. Nelson back to Bod. Bod in the corner. Down low to Walsh. To Nelson. Nelson's floater, no good. And the Bot on the putback is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Foul on Brennan Durst.
Fouls on Brennan Durst.
Team third.
Bot 1 of 2 earlier from the Floral and Flair free throw line. This one up and good.
At the line for the Blue Devils, Stephanie Bott.
The Blue Devils being much more aggressive on the offensive board.
Next one up and good. You are correct on that one. It was one and done in that first quarter, but now Oakwood kind of relaxing as this one is tied up 7s, but you have to give the credit to the Lady Blue Devils with the aggressiveness.
Oh, that's a nice block. One-handed block.
Walsh on Turner, but now Harden knocks down the long 2 for the Lady Comets. 9-7. Bismarck down low for good. Walsh, the bounce pass, too good. Now back to Andrews, back to Walsh. Walsh will drive in. Free throw line jumper, up and no good. And it's pulled down by Brenna Durst. Now to Turner. Turner up the left side of the floor, going against Andrews. Turner gets a ball screen, dumps it off to Durst, and she steps on the sideline. Turnover, Oakwood. I had them with 8 County Market Bakery turnovers. County Market Bakery. Your Village Mall, Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week for teamwork you can count on. Count on your County Market Bakery team. Sponsoring turnovers and fast breaks. Walsh up the floor for the Blue Devils. 7-9, they trail with the basketball. Oakwood playing good defense in that zone. This one's to Botts and Nelson. Nelson right to left to Andrews. Andrews back to Bott. Left wing, back to Nelson, top of the key.
Very patient.
Now to Bott, and she has it stolen and ripped away by Harden. A turnover on the Blue Devils. 4 County Market Bakery turnovers for them as Hukel picks up her dribble. Cross court, Bott deflects it and give her the steal up the sideline, left side of the floor, crossover. Bott drives, has her shot blocked, and Durst pulls it down for the Lady Comets.
Busy action right there, both ways.
Once again,
good defense on both sides.
Turner up the floor, Turner to Durst. Bismarck-Henning picks up the pressure and man-to-man defense. This is Harden, gives it to Brenna Durst. And, Delaney Durst going to the hoop is fouled. It will be Andrews with the blocking foul. They're going to call this one on Abby Good.
First, second.
I didn't see her down there, but they give it to Good as now Haley Johnson comes in. Sadie Edwards comes in. Now, inbounds to Edwards for the Comets. It's up and no good. Walsh pulls down the Mervis Recycling defensive rebound. And it's going to be Haley Johnson, the new sub, playing the man in the middle on that zone for the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils. This is Andrews driving baseline. Her shot blocked, pulled down by the Comets. 9-7. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go on the Tilton Pro Lube time and scoreboard. 9-7. Oakwood with the basketball and the lead inside. Durst up with a shot, and she is fouled. She will head to the Floral and Flair free throw line for 2 shots.
They're getting the ball inside. I'm a little surprised at how well and how easy they have been able to get it inside.
Fouls on Haley Johnson. Floral and Flair free throws. First one for Delaney Durst. Back iron too strong.
Look, one-handed.
Oakwood used to have a girl that shot one-handed. See this?
Yep,
it is
she sure does.
This one up and no good. She has a 2, but when she spins it, she lets go of that left hand and
just kind of flips it up.
You could probably do that, but I couldn't.
No.
Walsh.
No, I don't think so.
Skip past to Bott, left wing. Bott puts it on the floor. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. 9-7. Nelson. Walsh. Back to Bott. Bott to Nelson. Nelson drives in. Free throw line for the tie off the glass and good. Ella Nelson ties this one up. 9 apiece. 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Oakwood Lady Comets 9. Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils 9. Winner plays for the championship on Friday. Loser, third place game. Down low, this is Edwards forcing one. She turns it over. Bismarck-Henning comes away with it. Walsh up the floor to Andrews. Andrews skip past to Bott. Bott for the go-ahead bucket, and she knocks it down.
Pick it up real quick here.
11-9, Bismarck-Henning's first lead of the game. They lead the Comets by 2. Comet basketball, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Edwards with it. Edwards picks up her dribble now to Harden. Harden, pump fakes, drives to the hole, left-handed layup up and no good. She was blocked, but fouled on the play. So Kylie Harden will go to the Floral and Flair free throw line for the first time. Are they going to call this on Walsh? If so, nope, Johnson's second one. Better on Johnson than Walsh for the Blue Devils.
Kylie Harden.
First one up and good for Harden. Floral and Flair free throws brought to you by, well, Floral and Flair. Find it all at Floral and Flair in downtown Catlin and online at floralandflair.com. Harden's second free throw up and good. As now, number 30, Brenna Durst replaces Delaney Durst.
Real good game so far.
Tied at 11. We go back and forth. Walsh bounce pass to Andrews. Now to Nelson. Nelson to Andrews. Andrews drives inside. Now to Bott on the baseline. Up and no good. She short on that one off the side of the rim, and it's pulled down by the Oakwood Lady Comets. A Mervis Recycling defensive rebound. Get paid like a rock star for your scrap metal at Mervis Recycling. Worth its weight. Down low, jump ball favors the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils. It's a Comet turnover brought to you by County Market Bakeries. Jump ball brought to you by State Farm agent Jenna Worth. Call Jenna at 442-4698 to talk to Jenna or go see her on North Logan Street.
You have to move just a little bit too quick on that one and turn it over.
Bott to Nelson. Nelson left to right. Down low. This one in the paint. This is Johnson. Back to Nelson. Nelson to Andrews. This one deflected. Andrews on the drive for the go-ahead bucket. It's good by Andrews. She now has 4.
We had a nice one-on-one move. She got around the defender and just had a nice 5-footer to go up and.
Now back the other way. Harden, left-handed layup up and no good. Walsh pulls it down, and Walsh will bring it up the floor. Now, this one is to Lindsay Andrews. Long 3. It's up and no good. Bott on the offensive rebound, pulls it down. Edwards now tied up, but they're going to call a foul on the Blue Devils. Oakwood basketball. The foul is on number
Foul on Haley Johnson.
Haley Johnson, number 3, her third.
6.
Johnson, coming off the bench, has 3 fouls.
Yeah, she's a little aggressive under there, trying to get their rebound and just, it's just sometimes you just aren't able to get that, and maybe that's just what they wanted. They just wanted somebody aggressive in the game.
Huckel off the glass, no good. Turner has it for the Comets. She's tied up. It's going to be a State Farm agent. Jenniworth jump ball stays with the Comets.
One of the shorter players on the floor and got that rebound amongst 3 Blue Devils.
Huckel gets it into Brenna Durst. Left-handed layup up and good. And she will go to the free throw line. Brenna Durst with another 2. She now has 7, trying to make it 8.
It was a nice play. Nice inbounds.
Foul on Stephanie Bott.
It's on Bott, her first.
7. Basket was good.
Oakwood will be in the
by
bonus, so
Brenna
any
Durst.
foul on Bismarck-Henning from here on out will be free throws. Floral and Flair and 1. It's up and no good. Tied at 13. Back the other way. Bismarck-Henning across the 10-second line. This is Walsh. Thought she got away with a double dribble right there. Nelson to Bott. But, of course, that's why we're over here, not on the floor.
That's right. That's right.
Andrews.
I'd have had a lot of those. Another
Andrews
steal.
throws it away, and now ball on the floor. Huckel comes away with it for the Comets. Huckel picks it up and will throw it into the middle of the lane. Ball on the floor. Andrews and Edwards will have a jump ball, and it goes to the Blue Devils. Oakwood with 11. County Market Bakery turnovers. County Market Bakeries are your Village Mall, Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week for teamwork you can count on. Count on your County Market Bakery teams. Tied at 13. Bismarck basketball, Andrews. 70 seconds left to go in the first half. Bott to Nelson. Nelson top of the key. Nelson to Walsh. Walsh down low to Andrews. Bounce pass, middle of the lane. Shot up and no good. Huckel pulls it down to Turner to Edwards. Edwards with 52 seconds left to go in the first half. Tied at 13. A low defensive battle. Edwards. Spin move to Harden. Harden in front of us on the left wing. Harden to Turner. Turner back to Harden. Harden picks up her dribble. A handoff to Edwards. 35 for the first half. To Turner. To Brenna Durst. To Harden. Pump fake. Baseline. Left-handed layup up and no good. And she will go to the free throw line. I think Haley Johnson will pick up number 4.
Foul on Haley Johnson, her fourth.
Wow.
Team 8.
Harden at the free throw line. First one up and no good.
At the line for the Comets, Kylie Harden.
Abby
Checking
Good
in the game for the
replaces Haley
Comets,
Johnson.
Number 3, Jenna Ford. Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 10, Abby Good.
This one up and no good.
But
She can't get
bounced
either to
around.
go, but Hukel right there for the Comets pulls it down, forces one down low, and it's going to be off the Comets and Bismarck basketball. I've seen DACC go pick up 7 fouls in about 2 minutes in a game, but I've never seen 4 fouls on one player in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. It's like Oakwood the Blue Devils are going to hold for one.
10 seconds left to go in the first half. Walsh gets a ball screen from Nelson. Pick and roll not there. She gives it to Bott. Bott
deep.
back to Walsh. Done right furniture. 3 at the buzzer, and Walsh knocks it down. We end the first half just like that. Walsh and the Blue Devils go up 16-13 over the Oakwood Lady Comets here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. We're at halftime.
Vehicles are vehicles. However, at Bryant Chevrolet Buick in Attica, Indiana, our lifetime Attica residents Carl Scott, George Nolan, and Richard Crawford, or Danville residents John, Mark, or Larry Bryant, helping your family find the exact vehicle. Or Stan Haas with your financing needs. Rusty Kirby, John Wolf, Alan Ashwell, Bill Figueres, Brandon Belt, Eric Griffin, and William Brown, keeping them running smooth. Or Larry Pruitt and George French, keeping them looking good. Debbie Gladding and Don Sexton in the office. Or one of our 19 drivers. It's all about families. And these people make the difference. Bryant Chevrolet Buick.
We begin the third quarter of play. Oakwood with the basketball right now. It's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, it looks like, and the State Farm agent general jump ball will go to the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils. So it's a turnover on the Comets to begin the second half of play. But first, let's go to our EPFCU keys to the second half. Proud to have served Vermilion County educators and their families for 76 years. Stop by the credit union today at 1102 North Walnut and see how EPFCU can be your financial home. Matthew Gokin along with me, Ken Skinner. And Ken, your second half keys to the game.
Well, I think with for Bismarck-Henning, I think they both teams defensively have played a really good first half. Oakwood has to have less turnovers, and here's another one right here. That's a must. I mean, with 12 in the first half, we've already got 1 in this half. And for the Blue Devils, they just need to keep trying to move this thing around and try to solve this zone defense that the Comets have thrown at them.
Right to left, Bismarck-Henning will come now. Walsh has it. She will drive inside from the left-hand side of the floor. It's up and no good, but Abby Good puts it back for 2 points. 18-13, Bismarck-Henning over the Lady Comets. Oakwood on offense, trailing by 5.
Towards the end of the second quarter, Bismarck-Henning was starting to get some more offensive rebounds and continuing already.
This one on the floor. It's going to be a turnover on the Comets. Lady Blue Devil basketball. Walsh with it. Walsh across the 10-second line to Good. Good to Bott. Bott right here in front of us on the left wing. Looking inside, nothing there. She gets it to Nelson. Nelson now cross court to Good. Back to Nelson. To Walsh. Walsh down low to Andrews. Back to Walsh. He steps inside, and the 3-second call will turn it over on the Blue Devils.
Good defense that time, once again, by the Oakwood Comets, who are going to have to start taking better care of the basketball. You can't have these kind of unforced errors and mistakes.
This is Edwards with the basketball coming across the 10-second line to Hukel. Hukel will drive inside. Now to Delaney Durst. Durst will drive baseline. Picks up her dribble to Edwards, who's cutting towards the basket. I think we're going to have a foul on Andrews underneath.
Foul on Lindsay Andrews. Her first.
It's her first. Foul is on the floor, so Oakwood will have it underneath their own basket. This one goes inbounds to Harden. Harden up with a shot at the jump ball. Oakwood will keep it. And Bismarck-Henning has picked up the pressure here.
They have really come out and putting a lot of ball pressure on.
I don't know what Mike Stevens said at the halftime inside the locker room, but definitely defensive pressure was probably number 1 on the chalkboard.
Oh yeah, they're really getting right on top of each player, and even getting into the passing lanes, those kind of things. They really are much more aggressive.
Walsh inside, stop and pop inside the paint. Can't get it to roll, and it's pulled down by the Lady Comets. It's a Mervis Recycling rebound. Get paid like a rock star, as now a 30-second timeout is on the floor. We'll keep it here by the Oakwood Comets. It's a Meyer timeout. Meyer's proud to be in Danville and proud to support local high school athletics here on the Vermilion County Tournament. We'd like to mention these sponsors: River Bottom Farms, First Illinois Credit Union, Country Financial Agents, Dave Harvey and Mark Stutzman, Tilton Trophy and Awards, Berkey's Farm Store, Perry Jane's Insurance and Financial Services, Leonard Seed, Lato's Hardware, Tilton Pro Lube, Davin's Body Shop, Country Kitchen in Potomac, and Huffman Abstract and Title. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner, the Jocko and Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken and Strips Press Box. Ken, what have you seen so far?
Well, and the Comets are not handling the ball quite as well, but the pressure that the Blue Devils have put on them has really been ramped up quite a bit. Good timeout right there to kind of get the Comets settled down.
So now the inbound goes to Delaney Durst, and they're going to call it Andrews. Or no, they're going to call a foul on Edwards, I believe. Or did she step on the baseline?
I think she stepped on the sideline.
I'd get it right here, finally. So they are going to call a turnover. So glad you're on the floor with me. Nelson drives inside. Her
nice
shot is blocked. It's pulled down by Durst. Now Edwards will bring it across the 10-second line, guarded by Andrews. Edwards gets it across, picks up her dribble. Now to Hukel down low. Hukel from the baseline. Her shot up and no good. It's pulled down by Bott.
Came out and did just what they wanted to do and just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Now are they going to say she carried it?
Yes, they are.
Turnover on Walsh and the Blue Devils as now number 11, Shaylin Turner comes in. The turnover back to the Comets, and now Turner will take it up the floor to Delaney Durst. Now to Brenna Durst. Her shot on the baseline, no good. About 3 Comets pulled it down, and now it's ripped away by Good and the Blue Devils.
Yeah, they're fighting. Both teams fighting for every rebound, offensively and defensively. It's really
Bott inside in the paint. It's up and no good. Pulled down by Delaney Durst, and now to Turner. Shaylin Turner, the point guard, like I mentioned, the new one for the Comets. To Brenna Durst. Durst going against Bott. Now to Harden. Harden back to Turner. Turner. Now inside to Brenna Durst. Her shot up and good. She knocks down the 2.
Brenna Durst.
Durst now has 9, 18-15. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Winner to the championship game. Loser goes to the third place game.
Another really quick quarter. Not a lot of missteps or anything going on. It's really moving quick.
Andrews has her pass deflected. Now to Nelson. To Walsh. Walsh down low. Andrews misses it, and it's pulled down by Brenna Durst. Durst looks tired up the floor for the Comets. To Turner. To Edwards. Edwards drives inside. To Turner now. Right wing. She drives inside. Pick and pop for Edwards. It's no good. Right there is Brenna Durst up and good. And are they going to say that she traveled on the floor or a foul on the floor?
He counted
on the wrist. So the foul's on Good. Her third. No basket.
No basket on that one. I kind of thought they would give it to her.
Now down low. Comets with it. It's blocked. Harden keeps it alive. This is Turner now. Turner puts it on the floor. Edwards driving inside. Now to Brenna Durst. To Turner. Turner loses it. She puts Nelson on her back. Now picks up her dribble to Edwards. Edwards looking inside. Nothing there. Puts it on the floor. Swings it around. Harden to Brenna Durst. Brenna Durst back to Harden. Harden thought about the shot. Now back to Brenna Durst. Durst fouled on the play, and she will go to the 4-line player free throw line. 2 shots coming. Foul is on the Blue Devils. Number 2, Andrews.
Foul on Lindsay Andrews. Her second.
Good ball movement that time by the Comets down here. They lot of good dribble drive on those too.
First one up and good.
At the line for the Comets, Brenna Durst.
Durst,
Checking in the game for the
now with
Comets,
10.
22, Ellie Huckel.
Huckel comes in for the Blue Devils. It's number 3, Haley Johnson, with 4 fouls. Next one on the way, and that one's good as well. One-handed free throws.
One-handed free throw.
So 18-17, and there's a Blue Devil timeout. It's a full timeout. We will take it here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. A one-point game, 18-17. Bismarck over Oakwood right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter here on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
This is Deanna Witzel from your Vermilion County McDonald's. Our family and staff enjoy being a part of your family's lives. From a stop at McDonald's on your way to work or planning a lunch with friends or coworkers, we understand
that you need quick and friendly service with hot and fresh food. I'm Don Witzel, and we strive to fill that need every day. Whether you're on your way home
from school or work, your Vermilion County McDonald's is waiting to serve you an afternoon snack or a family dinner. This is Rob Witzel along with my sister Katie.
We invite you to stop at your favorite Vermilion County McDonald's today. At McDonald's, we're a part of every community.
How come insurance companies tell me I can save 40% before they even know what I need?
How come nobody told me about the hidden costs of cheap insurance?
Country Financial does. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to help protect what you have now and prepare for the future. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Hi, I'm Pete Goodwin, your Country Financial agent in Danville. Call me today at 442-8711.
Memories by...
Welcome back to the David S. Palmer Arena here on VermilionCountyFirst.com for the 2015 Boys and Girls Vermilion County Tournament right now. Game number 3. It's the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils over the Oakwood Lady Comets, 18-17. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner. Bismarck with the basketball, and now a ball on the floor. It's going to go back to Bismarck. So they avoid the turnover with the jump ball. It's a State Farm agent Chenoweth jump ball. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the third quarter, but a good game. Bismarck-Henning beating Georgetown Ridge Farm and Hoopston Area 34-17, 41-22 respectively. Oakwood wins over both of those teams, Georgetown Ridge Farm and Hoopston Area. Hoopston Area, they defeated 40-20, and Georgetown Ridge Farm 48-29. Foul on Harden of the Comets, her first, team first of the second half. Nelson looks to inbound. She gets it to Bott. Bott will drive inside now to Walsh. Walsh to Nelson. Nelson on the right wing, far side. Back to Walsh, top of the key. Winner to the championship game to take on the Salt Fork Lady Storm. The loser to take on the Armstrong-Potomac Lady Trojans in the third place game. Shot up and no good. It's pulled down by Turner and the Lady Comets. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Ball screen, Turner down low to Brenna Durst, to Huckel, to Harden. Harden on the baseline against Walsh, back to Huckel. Huckel will drive inside now to Turner. Just inside the three-point line, she knocks it down. Her first two of the game.
Really good ball move at that time by the Lady Comets, and they just really got a nice wide-open three-pointer.
Do they call that a 2 or a 3 for Turner?
I thought they called it a 3. They go, maybe I missed.
I think a 2 as Walsh has it for Nelson. Now to Hughes, dumps it down low for Andrews. Now to Bott. Bott puts it on the floor. Back to Nelson, top of the key. Back to Andrews in the middle. Andrews off the jumper. It's partially deflected, I think, and now Oakwood Comet basketball.
Yeah, it looked like a deflection on that time.
Turner with it, spin move. Puts Nelson on her back, now to Huckel. Huckel down low, cutting inside was Durst. No good on the first one. Back up with the second one, and now out of bounds. Last touch by Nelson and the Blue Devils. It will be Oakwood basketball.
Another hard-fought rebound on that one, and they had a fairly uncontested layup and just couldn't quite get it to go in.
Now Oakwood off of the inbound. This is Harden with it. Harden down low for Huckel, and there's going to be a push on Andrews. Her third.
Foul on Lindsay Andrews.
So now the trigger from Delaney Durst underneath their own basket. Oakwood on top, 19-18 now. 36 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Inbound to Brenna Durst off the glass and good for 2 points. And that inbound play has worked many times tonight.
Yeah, that's a beauty. They really have that down.
Walsh to Nelson. Nelson to Bott. Bott back to Nelson to Walsh. Walsh puts it on the floor. Will drive inside. Back to Andrews. Andrews Right to left, goes baseline, now back out to Nelson. Nelson down low for Hughes. She has her shot blocked. Now hitting the deck is Durst. Now to Turner, now to Delaney Durst. Back to Turner, 2 to shoot, up the floor. It's going to be no good, 21-18. The Oakwood Comets take a 3-point lead heading into quarter number 4 here on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Memories by Design offers the largest selection of trophies, custom awards, medallions, and ribbons in the Ileana area. Located just behind Taco Bell's South Gilbert parking lot, Memories by Design recognizes team spirit with personalized gifts for coaches, players, and parents. Support your team with yard signs or banners. Professional engravers are on site to help you with all your special projects. Stop in today. Memories by Design, celebrating great moments in your life. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 10 till 2. Call 446-9158.
It's time once again for the Vermilion County Basketball Tournament, and we've got all of the games for you on VermilionCountyFirst.com, with some of the games on 1490 WDAN and on K-Rock. Once again, WDAN, K-Rock, and VermilionCountyFirst.com will team up to give you coverage of every game from the opening tip-off on Saturday morning to the closing ceremonies the next Saturday night. VermilionCountyFirst.com, WDAN and K-Rock, your home for the Vermilion County Basketball Tournament.
Back at the David S. Palmer Arena for the 2015 Boys and Girls Vermilion County Tournament. You heard Eric Cloy right there. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner, and the Jocko and Lee's famous recipe, Chicken and Shrimps Press Box. Tilton Prolu bringing you your time and scoreboard. It reads 21-18. The Lady Comets over the Lady Blue Devils. 8 minutes on the clock for quarter number 4. Winner to the championship game, loser to the third place game. Right now, the Oakwood Comets with the basketball. And it's stolen away. It's a turnover on the Comets. Up the floor on the County Market Bakery fast break. Andrews to Bott. Back to Andrews. Underneath. Andrews loses it. Puts it back up. No good. Bott on the rebound. Puts it back up. It's no good. And Turner will have it for the Lady Comets. Back the other way on the Mervis Recycling. Defensive rebound. Turner having some struggles with the ball. Now picks it up to Durst. To Harden. Harden puts it on the floor. Bounce pass. Has it deflected and stolen away by Andrews. A County Market Bakery turnover leads to a County Market Bakery fast break. And the fans wanted to walk. Walsh to Bott. Bott on the jumper. It's up and good for Stephanie Bott. She has 7. Only 2 points in that third quarter for the Blue Devils, Ken.
Yeah, just 2 by Abby Good. That was it. Yeah, that's really surprising.
21-20. Now back inside. This is Delaney Durst. She has it ripped away by Nelson.
That's a turnover. That's 3 times in a row down the court for a turnover. They're not handling that pressure in the lane very well at all.
Nelson now on the corner. It looks like this is Bott. Now to Bott. Excuse me. It was Andrews to Bott. Now to Nelson. Nelson skip pass. Back to Andrews. Andrews looks inside. Nothing there. Goes to Bott. Back to Nelson. Nelson drives inside. Bounce pass to Andrews. Andrews, far side of the floor on the right-hand corner. This one's deflected and stolen away by the Comets. Ball on the floor and a timeout by Jeff Ford. It's a timeout. We will take one with them here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. 21-20. Oakwood over the Blue Devils. 6 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Uniform germination, depth control, and consistent spacing. Master those and you can maximize yields. Uniform germination comes from real-time planting information and depth control. It comes from products you can only get from Precision Planting. It leads to more bushels per acre and more money for you. For more information, contact Morgan Leonard, your local Precision Planting dealer, at 217-497-2283. That's Leonard Seed Service, 217-497-2283.
Life changes, sometimes a little, sometimes in leaps and bounds. No matter what financial concerns you're thinking about, Ohio National can help you make sound insurance decisions. We can help you plan for a new baby, a new business, a new life in retirement. Wherever you are in life, we're there for you. Call Perry Janes Financial and Insurance Services today, representing Ohio National in Danville, Illinois, at 217-442-5151. Life changes, we'll be there. Products are issued by the Ohio National Life Insurance Company and Ohio National Life Assurance Corporation. Issuers not licensed to conduct business and products not distributed in Alaska, Hawaii, and New York.
Back at the David S. Palmer Arena here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner, and the Jocko and Lee Sandwich Recipe Chicken and Shrimps Press Box. 21-20, the Lady Comets over the Lady Blue Devils. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game. Winner to the championship game, loser to the third place game. Ken, what have you seen from both teams, and what do they need to do down the stretch?
Oakwood East take better care of the ball, and they were really pushing getting the ball in the middle of the lane, and they had 3 turnovers in a row. They need to maybe move the ball a little bit more, maybe a little bit more side to side even, because the more they get inside the lane, the more the Blue Devils collapse on them.
Brenna Durst to Sadie Edwards. Back to Brenna Durst to Delaney Durst. Left side of the floor now to Turner. Turner looking inside, nothing there. Picks up her dribble now to Edwards, top of the key. Oakwood taking some of the air out. Edwards now to Harden. Harden going against Walsh. They give it to Brenna Durst cutting down the lane. She is fouled, but she will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Layup no good. Fouling her on the play from the Blue Devils was number 10, Abby Good. Stephanie Bott, excuse me. Number 13.
Well, that was the play they wanted. Worked it around to where they could get the ball to Durst.
This one is up and no good for Durst. Floral and Flair free throws right now from Cards to Candles, unique gifts and flowers. Find it all at Floral and Flair in downtown Cal and online at floralandflair.com. Coming out of the Meyer timeout. Meyer bringing you all of your timeouts. Second one up and good. How that ever fell, I do not know.
It hit the whole rim. That's all I can say.
The lead is 2, 22-20. Oakwood over Bismarck-Henning. Nelson down the floor to Bott. Bott looking inside, nothing there. Back to Nelson. Nelson to Walsh in the paint. Walsh the turnaround jumper off the glass, no good. And Harden pulls it down.
A little quick that time down, I thought. They might have been able to get a better shot than what they had that time.
5 minutes left to go. Turner inside to Durst. Now to Edwards. Back to Harden on the wing. Now to Edwards. Edwards gets the ball screen, forces one up. No good off the backboard. Pulled down by Walsh.
Not a good shot.
County Market Bakery fast break for Bott and the Blue Devils to Walsh. Walsh now driving inside. Stop and pop. It's no good for the tie. Pulled down by Harden and the Comets. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 22-20. Comets with the lead and the basketball. And they're going to call a foul on Andrews. That's going to be her 4th.
Foul on Lindsay Andrews, her 4th, team 6th.
Now Delaney Durst to do the inbounding duties. She forces it and gets it into Edwards. As now Jeff Ford wants a timeout. We will take one with him. It's a full timeout, 22-20. Oakwood over Bismarck-Henning. 4.5 left to go in the game on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Hi, this is Noel from Aqua, Illinois, reminding you to check your home for water leaks. It is essential to fix leaks as soon as you detect them. The toilet is the most common source of water leakage in your home and can result in the loss of hundreds of gallons of water per day. If you have a leak on a hot water faucet, you waste both water and the energy used to heat the water. And remember, Aqua offers a leak adjustment once you have the leak fixed. Aqua, Illinois. For us, being green comes naturally.
Lato's Hardware at 147 North State Street in Westville would like to wish all of the teams in the Vermilion County Tournament best of luck. Lato's Hardware features Traeger grills, beer and wine supplies, plumbing, paint, and hard-to-find items. The next time you're in Westville, stop by Lato's Hardware because there's definitely something for everyone from houseware to hardware, and they have a friendly staff ready to help you. Lato's Hardware, 147 North State Street in Westville.
Back here at the David S. Palmer Arena here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner. Oakwood having some trouble, but they still have the 2-point lead, Ken.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting game, and both teams are just playing as hard as possible, and the defense has just been really, really good.
22-20. Oakwood out of the Meyer timeout, turn it over, and that is not what Jeff Ford, the head coach, drew up in the huddle.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's the play he wanted, but...
Now Nelson with it. Nelson puts the ball on the floor, and are they going to say blocking foul? They do on Harden. Her second.
Foul on Kylie Harden, first, second, team second.
Nelson to Walsh. Oakwood in that 2-3 zone going against the Blue Devils. This is Andrews with it. Andrews skip pass to Bott. Bott. Bounce pass to Nelson. Nelson back to Andrews. Under 4 to play in this game. Bismarck-Henning down by 2. Nelson for the tie off the glass. No good. Pulled down by Turner in the Comets.
Once again, got a pretty good shot, but just can't get things to fall for Bismarck-Henning.
Turner to Harden. Harden driving inside off the glass. It's up and good for 2.
Charlie Harden.
Just decided she was going to the basket and was able to get in and use her height to.
Double dribble on the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils, and it's a turnover. 24-20. Wow.
Yeah.
Oakwood has surprised me.
Their defense has just been, that 1-2-2 zone has just been outstanding.
This is Turner with it. Turner now to Edwards, to Harden. Harden's going to drive inside and sees the open lane. Decides to pull it out. Now gives it to a cutting Edwards, and she throws it away. It's a turnover on the Comets. I have them on the game at 20 turnovers right now.
So do I, and they're leading.
Somehow
they're leading.
The Lady Blue Devils have 20 points. The Oakwood Lady Comets have 20 turnovers. Comets on top, 24-20. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Walsh with it to Nelson. Nelson right in front of us. Now to Andrews. Andrews puts the ball on the floor, left to right. Picks up her dribble, now to Nelson. Nelson skip pass to Bott. Bott. Andrews. Andrews going to drive inside now to Nelson. Nelson back to Bott. Bott puts it on the floor, back to Nelson. To Andrews. Andrews dumps it down low for Walsh. Walsh in the paint. Turnaround jumper up and no good. Pulled down by Edwards in the Comets, and that's another thing. The defensive rebounding for the Oakwood Comets have kept this in the game.
They've done a really great job of blocking out. That play was set up way early.
Turner to Edwards. She just drives in. It's deflected, and it's going to stay with the Oakwood Comets.
It was set up early. Walsh was back out at the three-point line and just kind of slid herself inside there to get that pass. Just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Down low, there's going to be a foul on Stephanie Bott, I believe. And that's going to send Durst to the free throw line. This is Brenna Durst walking to the floral and flare free throw line for the 1-on-1 bonus.
Stephanie Bott, her third, team 7. At the line for the Comets, Brenna Durst.
Durst, first one up and no good. And deflected out of bounds. It will stay with the Comets.
Good hustle by Durst on that one.
Stevens, head coach of the Blue Devils, not happy. He thought Ford was kind of in the way of that one probably. Maybe some contact as well, but he gets one right back. It's a deflection and a steal and a turnover. Up and good off the glass. Andrews for 2, and she will head to the free throw line. A chance to cut it to 1.
Foul on Shaylin Turner, her first.
No one sponsors overtime, by the way. So we don't have to go there. The floral and flare. 3-point conversion is good by Andrews.
Nice job by Andrews.
This game has been a great game down the stretch. 2 minutes, 120 seconds, 24-23. Turner with the Comets. She has the basketball and the 1-point lead. Harden on the baseline. She drives inside, and it's going to go to Brenna Durst. I think she lost it off of her own foot, and a lucky bounce gives it back to the Comets. Back to Durst. Delaney Durst to Edwards. Edwards puts the ball on the floor. Now to Brenna Durst. Durst driving inside. Spin move back to Edwards. Edwards back to Durst. Durst driving inside. Forces one to Delaney Durst. It's out of bounds, and it's a turnover on the Comets. Under 90 seconds.
Couldn't tell whether they were actually trying to do anything with that particular set. They weren't looking to shoot anything, and they weren't moving anybody around underneath, so because they had been having Durst underneath the basket.
Andrews inside to Nelson. Nelson to Bott. Bott squared up to shoot. She pulls it down. Instead, she goes to Walsh. Walsh on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Good on the put back. No good. And pulled down by Brenna Durst. Now to Edwards. You think maybe a foul is just a 1-and-1 bonus. 24-20. Turner with the basketball. It's stolen away by Andrews, but out of bounds. It will go back to the Comets. And now a timeout by Stevens and the Blue Devils, 24-23. Oakwood over the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils, 53 seconds left to go here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. And Meyer, timeout on the floor.
What's your idea of financial security? Goal number 1. I want to make sure there's some kind of safety net for my family.
Oh, just peace of mind. You know, no coulda, woulda, shouldas.
No matter where you're starting from, your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have today and plan for the future. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Call your Country Financial agents today, Dave Harvey and Mark Stutzman at 431-8722.
From one room to your whole house, Done Right Furniture and Bedding in Tilton has the latest home interior fashions with immediate delivery available. Factory direct pricing on name brand furnishings and bedding with easy financing and convenient evening hours. Open daily 10 till 7, Sunday noon till 6. Look for them on Facebook, DUNNWRIGHT or DoneRightFurniture.com. Home furnishing made easy when it's done right. Done Right Furniture, 1606 Georgetown Road, Tilton.
Back on VermilionCountyFirst.com, Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner, for the last 53 seconds of regulation and maybe more. Down the stretch, the Oakwood Lady Comets on top of the Blue Devils, 24-23, 53 seconds left to go in the game. This one is inbounded to Durst, and there's going to be a hand check foul on Bott. That's her fourth, and she will send Durst to the free throw line. Brenna Durst for the Floral and Flair. 1-1 on the game. She has shot 7 free throws, 4 of 7 from the line. This one is up and good. We're going to get a recount too. 8 free throws, 5 of 8. 2-point lead, and she misses the second one. It's just a 2-point game, but Harden deflects it. Ball on the floor. It's going to go down to Bott and the Blue Devils.
Harden almost had that.
40 seconds left. Bismarck-Henning trailing by 2. Walsh to Nelson. Back to Walsh. Walsh drives inside, forces one to Bott. It's off of the leg of an Oakwood Comet, and it's going to stay Bismarck-Henning basketball.
You wouldn't think a 25-23 game could be exciting, but boy, this one has really been something. Battle on every possession.
Nelson, the trigger to Walsh. Walsh driving inside. Now to Nelson. Nelson has it deflected and stolen away by Harden. Harden up the floor for the Lady Comets. Up and no good. Walsh pulls it down for the Blue Devils. 20 seconds left to go. Walsh up the floor. A County Market Bakery fast break. This is Bott. Bott the 2. It's no good. Andrews, the putback, no good. Underneath, and it's pulled away by the Comets, and Abby Good will foul. That's going to be her fourth, and she will send Sadie Edwards to the free throw line for the 1-1 Floral and Flair free throw.
Wow, 11 seconds.
Wow.
It's been quite a game.
Going to the line for the Comets, Sadie Edwards.
One of the things I do not keep track of is timeouts. I'm wondering if Stevens has any.
Yep.
He's got one.
He's got one. He just called it.
At least it's a full timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. 25-23, Oakwood by 2 over Bismarck-Henning here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. Free throws coming up.
What's your idea of financial security? Goal number 1. I want to make sure there's some kind of safety net for my family.
Oh, just peace of mind. You know, no coulda, woulda, shouldas.
No matter where you're starting from, your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have today and plan for the future. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Call your Country Financial agents today, Dave Harvey and Mark Stutzman at 431-8722.
From one room to your whole house, Done Right Furniture and Bedding in Tilton has the latest home interior fashions with immediate delivery available. Factory direct pricing on name brand furnishings and bedding with easy financing and convenient evening hours. Open daily 10 till 7, Sunday noon till 6. Look for them on Facebook, DUNNWRIGHT or DoneRightFurniture.com. Home furnishing made easy when it's done right. Done Right Furniture, 1606 Georgetown Road, Tilton.
Oh my goodness, 11 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Matthew Gokin alongside me, Ken Skinner. 25-23, Oakwood on top at the free throw line. Edwards, the 1-and-1 floral and flare bonus. First one up and good. I did not want to say anything on that free throw.
Right.
Second one on the way. The lead is 3. This to make it a 2-possession game. It's up and no good. And Edwards pulls it down. Her own rebound. And now Walsh trying to foul Edwards. Gets it to Durst. Durst fouls Turner. And now Walsh is going to foul Turner, excuse me. And Walsh, I thought she fouled an Oakwood a long time ago, but it was not called.
Brooke Walsh, first, second.
Turner. It's still a 1-and-1. Or is it a 1-and-1 or a double bonus here? Double bonus.
Double bonus because you get 2 shots.
First one is up and good. 27-23, Oakwood on top of Bismarck-Henning.
4-point lead now. 3 seconds.
This one will do it. Up and good.
It was true.
28-23, Walsh on the inbound. She will shoot the half-court shot at the buzzer. It's up and no good, and that's going to do it. The Oakwood Lady Comets 28, the Bismarck-Henning Lady Blue Devils 23 here on VermilionCountyFirst.com. We'll take a quick timeout and come back and wrap this one up and set the scene for the days to come here on the Vermilion County Tournament Network, VermilionCountyFirst.com.